Shane, welcome to one of our interviews. My name is Carson.
Alright, Carson, pleased to meet you.
And my name is Theo.
Alright,
Nice to meet
Theo.
you.
So Shane, welcome to Burner Primary. How are you today?
I'm good, yeah. Got up, had a bit of breakfast, the shower. Made my way down here to give you lads an insight into homelessness.
Right. You're a tour guide for the Seeker Street tour. Can you tell us a little bit about your tour and why it is different from other average tours around Dublin?
Well, this tour is unique. It wouldn't be your top 10 sightseeing tours. I show them a different side to Dublin. I incorporate the homelessness and the history in together. I take them past a few of the homeless hostels and tell them what life is like inside in the homeless hostels. Take them past the Caption Day Centre and tell them what Brother Kevin does down there, you know.
So are you still homeless at the moment?
No, I got the keys to my own place just before the Christmas, and I was in a recovery house before that.
Yeah, that's nice. Hey, your turn.
How did you become homeless?
Well, lads, it's very, very simple how I became homeless. It was back in about 2008. I was renting a cottage. My lease was coming to an end. My landlord told me that his niece wanted to come up to Dublin to do a college course. And he asked me to find somewhere else to live, and I couldn't find anywhere else to live. So I had to put the contents of the house into storage and present myself in Parkgate Hall just up the road there and register as homeless.
So, is there a certain type of person that becomes homeless, or can it happen to anyone?
It can happen to anyone. As the saying goes, you could be only one paycheck away from being homeless, you know. I've been sleeping in homeless hostels, and there's lads getting up and going to work in the morning, you know. We've nearly 4,000 kids homeless here in Dublin at the moment, you know.
So, how did it feel when you started begging for the first time?
I feel a bit lost, desensitised. People just walking past you, no one acknowledging you, you know.
Shane, can you explain an average day as a homeless person?
Every day is the same. You get up in the morning, see some are night-time only hostels where you go in at maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, you're put out again at 7:30 in the morning. Probably go around the corner there to Brother Kevin, get a bit of breakfast, ring the free phone number, and to see where you're going to get a bed that night, you know. So you could ring at 2 o'clock, they tell you ring back again at 6 o'clock. So you're all that day not knowing where you're going to be sleeping that night, you know, which is some of the reasons that I would have slept out rough. Some of these hostels, lads, they're not safe, you know. They're chaotic. Sometimes if it's a good summer's night, you probably get a better sleep in one of the parks. A lot of people are afraid to go into these, they're afraid to go into them at night time. There's a lot of bullying going on in them. There's a lot of carry-on going on, you know.
Yeah.
So, can you explain some of the places that you have slept when sleeping at night?
You all know Collins Barracks, yeah?
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a park across the way there, it's called the Crappie Acre.
Yeah.
I used to sleep in there, yeah. Jump the wall and pitch the tent and sleep in there, you know.
What is the nicest thing anyone has done for you as you have been on the streets?
I had a nice person put me up for a weekend one time, yeah. And they give me a bite to eat and let me have a shower in that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's nice. Why are there so many homeless people in Dublin?
They're not building enough houses. They don't even need to build houses, what am I saying? We've about 200,000 houses boarded up at the moment. People in homes.
What agencies help homeless people the most?
You have loads of agencies. You have Dublin Simon. They're probably the biggest homeless organisation in this country. We have Father Peter McFerry. They'd be the main ones, you know.
So, the last year as a part of SOS project, my class won a prize for creating a project called the Homeless Backpack. It was a backpack that had items that homeless people could use to help them in the streets. It could be distributed to homeless people. It was a bag with helpful items such as like a toothpaste, toothbrush, toilet paper, and a torch, and etc. Do you think it should actually be a product, and would it help homeless people?
Anything helps when you're in that situation. Obviously a toothbrush and stuff like that. You try to, like as bad and all as things were on the streets, I always try to keep myself some bit clean, you know. Have some bit of dignity.
Sometimes people can be nervous and annoyed by homeless people begging on the streets. I know they're in a bad situation, but how do you think people should treat homeless people when they're walking by them?
Well, the least you could do is acknowledge them, you know. You could be sitting down on the bridge in town, there could be 200-300 people walk past you and no one even notices, you know. People are becoming desensitised to homelessness. It's becoming normal here in this country, and there's nothing normal about it, you know. I could go a lot deeper here now with the situation, but that's the reality of it, you know.
So, do you enjoy doing the tours?
Yeah, I like doing the tours. I'm meeting different people. I'm asking them what they're doing with their lives. It helps me boost my confidence. And it's a little job as well, you know. Like, I'm highlighting it. I get an awful lot out of it. I'm highlighting it. I used to think that everyone kind of knew what it was like, but no one knows what it's like until you're in it, you know. So I'm giving them a proper insight and showing them another side to Dublin. And it's getting popular, you know. A lot of schools coming out, a lot of tourists. And hopefully in time that I'll go around to other homeless centres and unlock some other people's potential, get them in doing the tours as well, and leave them unlock their potential. Because sometimes when you're walking on the streets, lads, even something like going and getting a haircut is a big thing, you know, because your confidence is down there. And once you start coming out of that, you start to get your pride back and your chin is up again, you know. So hopefully go around and...
What are your plans for the future?
Well, I have my own place now for the next 2 years. So my plans are very simple. Get my own place, bring my son up from Cork, he'll be round your own age, sit down and watch a bit of football, have a bit of dinner with him, you know. There's not much to ask for this day and age.
So, what would you like the government to do to help homeless people?
Well, they're clearly not doing enough. Put people in houses. There's boarded up places all over the country.
One last question, Shane. If you could do anything for the homeless, what would it be and why?
If I could do anything for the homeless, I'm doing my bit, I suppose, you know. When I passed the Captain Day Centre, I went in there for years. Like I spent 7 years on the streets, you know. Christmas after Christmas, winter after winter. I know all the lads that are going in and out of there. I don't even need to talk to them. When I see them coming out after getting their bit of dinner, and they look at me, they know me, and if it gives them a bit of hope, because they know what I was like on the streets, and I was a disaster. And if it gives them a bit of hope that there is a way out, you know. But I know what it's like for them as well, because when you're down that way, it's like being in a different world. Like I used to get on the Lewis in the mornings, and you're looking at people going to work, and you're just a million miles away from mainstream society, you know. So if it gives them a bit of hope that you can get out of it, that there is a way out.
So, thank you for coming in today. We hope that you enjoyed the interview, and best of luck on getting the house. Well, you got it, but best of luck.
No bother. Thanks a million.